The Mandalorian is an American space western streaming television series created by Jon Favreau for Disney+. It premiered with the service's launch in November 2019, and is the first live-action series in the Star Wars franchise. It begins 5 years after the events of Return of the Jedi, 1983, and stars Pedro Pascal as the title character, a lone bounty hunter who is hired to retrieve the child. Star Wars creator George Lucas began development on a live-action Star Wars television series by 2009, but the project was deemed too expensive to produce. After he sold Lucasfilm to Disney in October 2012, work on a new Star Wars series began for Disney+. Favreau signed on in March 2018, serving as writer and showrunner. He executive produces alongside Dave Filoni, Kathleen Kennedy, and Colin Wilson. The series title was announced in October 2018 with the start of filming at Manhattan Beach Studios in California. Visual effects company Industrial Light and Magic developed the StageCraft technology for the series, using virtual sets and a 360-degree video wall to create the series environments. This has since been adopted by other film and television productions. The Mandalorian premiered on Disney+ on November 12, 2019. The 8-episode first season was met with positive reviews. It was nominated for Outstanding Drama Series at the 72nd Primetime Emmy Awards and won 7 Primetime Creative Arts Emmy Awards. A second season premiered on October 30, 2020, and development work on a third season has begun. Set 5 years after the events of Return of the Jedi, 1983, and The Fall of the Empire, 1-2, The Mandalorian follows a lone bounty hunter in the outer reaches of the galaxy. 2. He is hired to retrieve the child, and chooses to go on the run to protect the infant. 3. While on their quest to learn more about the child's origins, they are pursued by Moff Gideon. 4. Pedro Pascal stars as Din Djarin, the series' title character and a lone bounty hunter. 2-10-11, Pascal compared the character to Clint Eastwood, with advanced combat skills and of questionable moral character. 12. The character's real name, Din Djarin, is not revealed until Chapter 8, Redemption, but Pascal accidentally revealed the name in an interview in November 2019. 11. His bounty in the series premiere is the child colloquially known as Baby Yoda by audience members, an infant that is the same species as Star Wars character Yoda. The child is primarily created with animatronics and puppetry, though this is augmented with visual effects. He becomes the Mandalorian's ward. 3. The first season features several recurring co-stars, including Carl Weathers as Grief Karga, leader of a bounty hunter guild, 1312, Werner Herzog as the client, an enigmatic man, 1314, Omid Abtahi as Dr. Pershing, a scientist working for the client, 1315, Nick Nolte as the voice of Queel, an Ugnaught moisture farmer who helps the Mandalorian, 1617, Taika Waititi as the voice of IG-11, a bounty hunter droid, 1812, Gina Carano as Cara Dune, a former rebel shock trooper turned mercenary, 1912, Giancarlo Esposito as Moff Gideon, a former officer of the Imperial Security Bureau, 1320, and Emily Swallow as the Armorer, a Mandalorian who forges armor and equipment from Beskar steel. 1321. For the second season, recurring co-stars include Amy Sedaris as Peli Motto, reprising her role from the first season, 22, and Misty Roses as the Frog Lady. 23. Several actors appear as characters from previous Star Wars media, including Timothy Olyphant as Cobb Vanth, 24-22, Temuera Morrison, 22A, Katie Sackhoff as Bo-Katan Kryze, 26-27, and Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano. 28. Star Wars creator George Lucas began development on a live-action Star Wars television series known as Underworld in early 2009. More than 50 scripts were written for the series by 2012, but they were eventually deemed too expensive to produce. 29. In January 2013, ABC President Paul Lee stated that his network would be discussing potential live-action Star Wars television series with Lucasfilm after the latter had been sold by Lucas to ABC's parent company the Walt Disney Company in October 2012. 30. In November 2017, Disney CEO Bob Iger announced that Disney and Lucasfilm were developing a live-action Star Wars television series for the new streaming service Disney+. 31. While working on The Lion King, 2019, a photorealistic remake of the 1994 animated film. In 2017, director Jon Favreau pitched an idea he had for a Star Wars television series to Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy. Kennedy suggested Favreau discuss the idea with Dave Filoni, executive producer on the animated series Star Wars, The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. 32. Favreau and Filoni had met at the Skywalker Ranch when Favreau was working on Iron Man, 2008, and Filoni was working on the first season of The Clone Wars, and Favreau subsequently voiced the Mandalorian character Pre Vizsla in The Clone Wars for Filoni. 12. When Favreau met with Filoni about his series idea, the latter drew a doodle of a baby of the same species as the Star Wars character Yoda, which became the child. 32. Favreau wanted to explore the scum and villainy of the Star Wars universe following the events of the film Return of the Jedi, 1983. 12. He began spending several hours at the end of each day developing the series while he was directing The Lion King. 32. Lucasfilm announced that Favreau would write and executive produce a new Star Wars series for Disney Plus in March 2018. Kennedy added that the series was an opportunity for a diverse group of writers and directors to be hired to create Star Wars stories, after the franchise's films had been criticized for being written and directed by only white men. 33. In May, Favreau stated that he had written scripts for 4 of the series' 8 episodes before being officially hired for the project. 34. On October 3, Favreau announced that the series was titled The Mandalorian and revealed the premise for the show. 2. The following day, Lucasfilm announced that Filoni, Kennedy, and Colin Wilson would executive produce the series alongside Favreau, with Karen Gilchrist acting as co-executive producer. 35. The series premiere was set to be available with the launch of Disney Plus in November 2019. 36. Star Pedro Pascal described the series as taking the space western undertones from the Star Wars films and infusing it with steroids. 37.